Clay is a very unique and versatile material. Many people know it nowadays as being used for ceramics and statues, but it has many other uses as well, especially in the past. Once people began to use clay in the late Paleolithic period in Central and Western Europe, it became a much more and more useful item. Whether it was used for creating plates and other vessels, for medicine, or for artistic expression, it was a very popular, useful, and abundant resource. It was first used to create sculptures and vessels for use and fired using wood as a fuel. Although the method was much slower than our current firing techniques, it did the job and allowed for the desired results. The first functional clay vessels were created for storing water and food, but people began to get more creative with what they could build once they better understood the material. According to ceramics.org, from as early as 2400 BC, animal and human figurines were made from clay and fired in kilns partially dug into the ground. From the beginning, people used pottery as a way of constructing their social identity and showing who they were as people. Besides these most popular uses, people also began to build homes out of clay by making bricks and drying them in the sun. This provided for stable and comfortable homes. Many people believe that clay can be used in medicine as it was in the past. According to xeonhealth.com, calcium montremelinite clay is very useful for treating acne, blackheads, and toxic buildup. Clays have been used to heal diseases since the Paleolithic period on Earth. Because clay is extremely absorbent, it can draw diseases out of the human body and cause no damage while doing so. Although it was a much more popular method in the past, it is still known to be a healthier way to cure certain sicknesses. In the past, native Indian and African tribes used clay for treating stomach ulcers, insect bites, wounds, and digestive illnesses. Because it is an easy resource to find and store, it was very widely used. Clay has been around since the formation of Earth, and because of that and its exceptional properties, some believe that it may have aided in the formation of life on Earth. That means that everything living on Earth may have been formed by a mineral underground. Some research has been done to show that because clay is so absorbent, chemical reaction in these porous spaces in the clay may have formed proteins, DNA, and eventually all the machinery that makes a living cell work. Although it is nearly impossible to uncover exactly what created life here on Earth, clay is certainly a contender on our list. Many people nowadays use clay to express themselves, to create usable clay vessels, or to create sculptures and other art forms. Although clay has many practical uses, such as medicine and vessels, it is most commonly used to create some form of art for people to show how they feel in a new way. Besides clay being a very fun and easily obtainable resource, it is also very common because of the beautiful creations that we see being made out of clay. The three most common types of clay are earthenware, stoneware, and kaolin. Earthenware, or common clay, contains many minerals such as iron oxide, and in its raw state may contain some sand or small bits of rock. Stoneware is a mid or high firing, coarse-grained clay body that can be anywhere between buff color to gray to dark brown because of varying levels of iron and other impurities. It is incredibly durable after firing with little to no absorption. Lastly, kaolin clay is a naturally occurring clay substance mostly found in soils that have developed from the chemical weathering of rocks in hot, moist climates. Clay has impacted our society in many ways, and without it, we could have never been created the way we were. Whether it be used for self-expression, medicine, practical use, or art, clay has changed the way that we have lived and continue to do so for the future. It allows for a different type of change, and although it may not be seen to be as large as the other important items in our past, it has definitely impacted us in many ways.